Hello everybody and welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. All right, a lot has happened in this aquarium since we last spoke. I've added new fish, I've changed things around. I'm not exactly sure where I left off on the last video, but I did rescape this, essentially a 2.0 of the previous scape with a new piece of bogwood that you see in the center there. It looks a whole lot like the one I replaced it with, but it's crisp and fresh and new. It's lost the red color as I knew it would when I put it in here, but that's okay. I've got a lot of other red denizens in this aquarium now. That's the motif, red and black. I have added black leertail black mollies and gold dust mollies to this aquarium. Since my super fat white cloud mountain minnows seem to be egg bound for life, I'm hell bent on getting some fry in this tank, and so I'm looking to these black mollies, and that's you, young lady, past the reflection. That's you, Fetty. Let's see some black cutie babies swimming around in here. And in the meantime, while adding my first group of live bears this time around here in Chicago, it's brought a lot of spring into the remaining white cloud mountain minnows for sure, but in general I'm trying to keep the black and red motif. I mean, obviously the gold dust mollies are skewing yellow there, and I've got a black swordtail female there, etc., etc. The reason why I am doing this video more than just sort of updating you, I wanted to point out a couple really interesting things. First of all, I purchased as a juvenile a super red bristlenose pleco, and oh my God, oh, don't go away like that. Well, anyway, you caught a glimpse of it. It is hyper duper super duper red, and I mean, it's as red as this gorgeous leertail here. Flame red, and I need to breed that with another somehow, some way, because I've seen a lot of them now, and I have a number of that species in my other tanks, and none of them can come close to the red of that particular specimen, who of course has hidden behind the dragonstone as I began filming. Oh! The other thing I wanted to point out is, look at this auto cat. Have you ever seen one in this position with that fat of a tummy? It is so chubby, and I mean, that's a good sign for auto cats, but either that one is somehow pregnant, which is kind of a rarity. It's pretty hard to raise these things in an aquarium, or it has a problem, you know? But if I fiddle with it, I mean, it moves around and it's doing its thing. It's just super chubby. And it's not the only autocinkless cats. There's another one. Look at those tummies. I mean, that's what you look for in this species, to know that they're happy. And if that's any indication, then mine are absolutely delighted with their lives. And they're so chubby. I do want to, there's that super red. You can see him right down in there, right? Look at how red that is. And it's a male because the bristles are starting to really show up. So it's moving into full-blown adulthood, although I'm sure it has another inch or so and longer whiskers. But oh my gosh, what a specimen. So super red. I mean, a lot of times when they sell super red bristlenose, I mean, they're just not that red. They're kind of rust colored. Sometimes they skew a little more to the albino vibe, or they're a little calico. They have a little chocolate in them, but crazy, man. Super red. I love this leertail molly. I wish I had more just like that one, but I don't. I have super similar. And of course I have the black, pure black strain and the gold dust strain. Now that's a swordtail. You can see by the tail. So it looks like a platy. And for all I know, it's a hybrid. I got it at a swap with a couple of its brothers and sisters, and it was sold as a swordtail, but it could easily be a hybrid between the two. And the other denizen is my only beta fish, this gorgeous sort of blue and rust. I don't know, I forget, is that a crown tail? No, crown tail has more spiky. This is the classic fantail beta splendens. Something about it, I just happened to be buying food in Petco, and they just got a new shipment, so I saw him, and it spoke to me. He spoke to me, reminded me of sort of the color motif of this tank. All these plants and the stone and the wood and sort of the red and black and rust colors, and look at him up there against that driftwood, which is actually I've taken a couple roots, inverted them upside down to create trees, put some water sprite in them, and voila, some sort of kind of fun creative aquascaping. But look at him up there. I mean, that's just stunning. Betas can almost be too stunning, right? So that's why, like, it's almost a good thing that you can't put more than one in a tank, because it would, I don't know, it might be sensory overload to have that many beautiful fish swimming around. But he's happy. He doesn't pick on anybody, and nobody picks on him. I hand feed him at this point. I put little pieces of wet food up here, bloodworms, black worms when I can get them, brine shrimp, etc. And he eats them one at a time, right? And the rest all fall, and the other fish come and swarm around him. But nobody F's with him when he's feeding. And I'm very happy, because, you know, it could have gone sideways a little bit. You never know with beta fish. But I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy with how this community tank has developed, because I sort of went great guns. I added the mollies, the swordtails, the beta fish. I did the rescaping. You know, when you do that much sort of brain salad surgery, anything could happen. But so far, the results are universally positive, and I'm very happy with the decisions I made. I've always wanted leertail jet black mollies. I mean, they're so beautiful, begging the pardon of my reflection there. You know, black mollies are susceptible to ick, and some people say you need to add salt and this and that and the other, but you know, at about 77, 78 degrees, they're super happy in here, and I'm expecting a spawn. You know, if these chubby white cloud mountain minnows aren't going to do it for me. Look at her. Come on, mama. And there's a flashing male, so I don't know what I don't know what's going on. But they're happy, and you know, they've been in here a year, and they look great. All the fish look great. I'm wanting to see a few little fry tootling around in this tank. By the way, there's a more standard bristlenose pleco. Maybe if that's a female and that super duper red one, who knows, maybe I don't have a cave in here for them, but Lord knows they could make one the natural way within that scape somewhere. And that would be exciting too. All right, everybody. Oh, wait. There you are. Now, do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see how red that is? I'm not doing anything. Now, there is a little bit of dark colors towards the back. I'm feeling that right now, but honestly, I would say that's a super duper red. I don't know, what do you think? Am I just bragging? Am I like crazy? Are they all like that? I don't know. As always, everybody, thank you for watching, and keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.